All right, here we go. We are looking good now. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on Monday, March 30th. I've officially gotten some thank yous for today is a doctor's day in the U.S. So to those who have already sent some shout outs, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. I will be celebrating 30 years this year, 30 years as a medical doctor. Don't start doing the math. Don't even worry about it. Just know that I've been in the game for a minute. So, one of the things that I discovered about myself a long time ago is that I'm more than a doctor. And that's not to be cocky. That's not to be arrogant. That's not to be full of myself. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. What I discovered is that what I do really traverses from physical medicine as we know it in our, scientifically a doctor, but really started to understand my calling as a healer. And as I've really tapped into that over the last 10 years, I have understood that healing goes way beyond the physical realm. And so that's hence why we're, even here is just to really tap into all parts of our being and our existence to bring wellness into every aspect of our lives. So thank you, not only for me, but thank you for you for being here and being a part of this movement, because this is absolutely a movement and you are a part of it. So let's jump into the weekly exhale. If you remember last week, even if you don't, that's fine too, because I'm going to remind you that last week we talked about laying your burdens down, laying our burdens down, laying down burdens. As you know, we piggybacked on all of the weeks that have led up until this point. And for those of you who have not gotten the chance to catch all of the sessions, this is session 7. So if you haven't gotten a chance to check all of the sessions, they are on the playlist on my YouTube channel, Dr. Jada, MD. You can pull them. I suggest you go in order so that you can really see the build up here of what we are creating in our consciousness and what the exhale allows us to do at the end of the week, at the beginning of a week, in the middle of the day, late at night, early in the morning. These are things that we are really capturing to be a part of our full life. It's one of those things we call a lifestyle. So let's go into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Today, we are calling in joy. Last week, we were laying down burdens. We even gave the example of our sisters on the motherland who have those huge baskets on their heads, and they have so many things that are on literally on their head, in their heads, and they're just pulling them off one by one, dropping them off. Same way we gave an example with a wheelbarrow that's carrying something very, very, very heavy. And what if we could start emptying things from the wheelbarrow? So we started to look at what burdens are we holding on to. As a matter of fact, as we go through the week, hopefully some of you started to pay attention to that. Did anybody pay attention to burdens? More importantly, burdens that are borrowed, not even our own, that we invited ourselves into, that we felt like we needed to step in order for it to work out. Burdens that we have held on to for years, if not decades. Burdens of who we've been told that we are. Burdens of our borrowed identity. Burdens of one that we really talked about was wanting to design the lives of our adult children and not being able to let them walk their own path. We just jumped into so many areas that we are picking up burdens that don't belong to us. Therefore, we can put them down. But guess what? When we put those down, it opens up more space. It opens up more room for us to call in joy. Yes, 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 yes. We can lay burdens down and then we can call in joy. Listen to what I said. Call in joy. We don't have to wait for everything to be done. We don't have to wait until we hit the lottery. We don't have to wait until somebody gifts us joy. There's a methodology for which we can call in our joy. So as we let that soak in for just a moment, just let that mere subject of just even the imagination of calling in joy today, let's let that sink for a minute. And while we're doing that, let's take a minute to exhale. Before the day gets going, before the emails, before the responsibilities, before the expectation. This is your moment to arrive, to call in joy today. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This time I want you to do, let's do a nice combo. Before we start to breathe, go ahead and roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders back if you can, if you're driving. Maybe you can roll your shoulders, but keep your hands on the wheel. Now, if you've done that a few times and you're starting to feel looser, go ahead and even when you roll those shoulders back, bring your shoulders up try to bring them up to your ears. I mean, a serious roll in your shoulder. Oh my goodness, you're scrunching your neck into it. It's just getting real good. Now, stop and go forward. Really good. Believe it or not, this is going to help open up our rib cage a little bit more because we're looser. All right, all right, all right. Now, from your belly, take in a deep, deep, deep breath. Go all the way in, nose, 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 breathing. Hold it. Keep holding it, keep holding it, keep holding it. Now blow it out through the nose. Now take another deep one in. Go as long as you can to breathe in. When you've done that, hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And now out through the mouth. Keep going. Last one. In through the nose. Nice and slow. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Just soak it up, soak it up, soak it up. Rib cage huge. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it all the way out through the mouth. Give us some noise with this one. There we go. There we go. That's our exhale. Don't worry. We'll do another one at the end. I know that one felt super good. So let's go light. Let's go light. We're laying burdens down, calling in joy, making space and room for what we really want more of. There's this saying that I have when the joy is flowing and I'm calling it in is more of this. More of this. I want y'all to write that down if you can. More of this, because you're going to find opportunities now to call in joy simply because we've set the intention. when we set the intention, I intend to call in joy. I intend to find joy. I intend to curate joy. I intend to pick up joy. We've set our intentions for today, and we've set our intentions for the week. So guess what? It's just like when you buy or you're looking at a new car. My husband was saying he's looking at a Ram truck, and now that's all he sees on the road, a Ram truck. Never paid attention to it before. You're going to see so many opportunities for joy, but you have to call it in. We have to call it in. I have to call it in. Say it now. I have to call in my joy. I get to call in my joy. And when it's flowing, more of this, more of this. So sometimes when we become aware, awareness is where we started. That was week, 1 or 2. We tend to become a little hard on ourselves. So, we may even be sitting here saying, I can't tell you the last time that I've experienced joy. And I'm using joy intentionally versus happiness, because certainly things make us happy. I'm using joy intentionally. So I want you to understand that if you have not practiced this, or if it has not been on your radar, no worries, no worries, no worries. This is about giving yourself new tools, new options. You're not behind. You're just becoming more intentional. Joy, by the way, does not have to be a real big deal in order for joy to be real. Let me say that again. Joy doesn't have to be big to be real. It doesn't have to be, I won the lottery, or I'm employee of the year, or I've, made some big accomplishment, have a new degree. That it doesn't have to be what we would often call a big deal. Joy really starts with the simple things, and honestly, it ends with the simple things. The things that we embody, the things that we, you heard the saying, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. We didn't know what the elders were saying when we used to hear that song. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. Joy, unspeakable joy. That's because joy is already in us. Joy is already planted. It's already rooted. It's already seeded in us. In all of our wiring, in all of the universe, as a matter of fact, in all of the existence on this planet. When we see blooms, we see joy. When we see rain, we see joy. It's already built in. But what has happened is we've been conditioned to give a label to something as good or bad, right or wrong. Even when it comes to something like the weather. So we get the opportunity to call in from within our joy. So let's give some smaller examples that are mighty, that are amazing, that are magnificent. It could be simply what we just did. Really deep breath, acknowledging our bodies, acknowledging the fact that I have breath in my lungs and I control it. I'm not on a machine. I'm not, struggling. Like I can choose to take. a deep breath, and it occurs just as I planned it. Joy could be sitting out on your patio, on your deck, in your favorite quiet corner of your room, sipping your first sip of coffee or tea, in my case. A moment of quiet before everything takes off for the day can really be joyful. Joy is often already here. It is here. We just move too fast to notice it. Or we give it a time frame. I don't have time for joy today. But I'm gonna be joyful over the weekend when I have time for that. But it doesn't have to wait until the weekend. It can start right here on a Monday morning. So let's do this. As you're sitting here right now, I want you to just take notice. Is there any part of your body that feels even slightly at ease? Slightly relaxed. Is there any part of your body that you deemed worthy of joy? As I tell my patients often, if you can't look in the mirror and see one thing to compliment yourself and to really be in love with, we got work to do. It's probably another topic, but I'm just saying. If you can't look in the mirror and see something in your existence that makes you smile, that brings you joy, it could be your eyes, your brows, your hips, your teeth, something. If you haven't already, if you can't identify that part, we're going to make it real easy because it's already there. Find it this week. Don't judge anything. Find something that you love that brings you joy. What part of your body feels even slightly at ease? For me, I think it's going to be my shoulders. It's going to be my shoulders are feeling at ease this morning. Think about it. I'm giving you a moment to just tap into your body. Sometimes we have to figure out how to scale every part of our body to see how it feels, because we just treat it all as one big glob. So I'm giving you a moment to just take inventory. Check in. You may even want to take your hands and just scale down your body. Feel your eyes. Feel your cheekbones. Feel your neck. Feel your shoulders. Cover over your heart. Bring your arms and your hands down to your belly button, your solar plexus. What's going on there? Come on down even to your hip flexors. Come on down a little bit further to your pelvic area, your sacral chakra. Come on down your thighs, your knees, your calves, all the way down to your ankles and feet. Where's there some joy wanting to be acknowledged? Because when we call in joy, joy gives you energy. And that's why I want you to feel it. I want you to actually be able to identify with it. Calm down, slow down enough to be aware of the joy that you already own. Because joy is energy. It is on the energy scale. It's on the frequency scale. Joy is high, high up. And one day we'll talk about this, but just know that joy is at the very top of the frequency of where we want to hang out. Joy gives you the energy that doesn't burn you out. It's the kind that helps you move through your day with more ease. Ease, isn't that what we want? We want ease and flow. Yeah, ease and flow. Because the energy you start your day with, it shapes how the experiences for the rest of the day goes. Everything else follows that. And mind you, it's okay if this doesn't even occur to you in the morning. At any given point, we get to pull the card of joy at any given time. The energy you start your day with shapes how you experience everything that follows. So we'll take it a step further. The energy you start your week with shapes how you experience. Listen, I didn't say how it will go. I said how you experience everything that follows. The stuff that's going on in the world is still going to be going on in the world. The stuff on your job is still going to be going on your job. The stuff in your family, all the things, they still go on. However, let's say it one last time. The energy you start your day with, the energy you start your week with, shapes how you experience everything that follows. So let's just take a moment here to checking in. This is a good place for another breath. Let's just take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now I'm going to teach you another breathing pattern. This one is really for energy, actually. So it's pretty appropriate. And when we do this one, we're going to take short, fast breaths in and out. You'll hear me. Just want you to imagine, for those maybe who have seen birth, experienced birth, you know how it's like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it for 15 seconds, and then we'll stop. You're going to feel the energy arising in your head. If you're feeling lightheaded, take it a little bit slower. But we're going to take fast, short breaths in and out through our mouth. Ready? Set. And if you want to come off of audio and join me, feel free to do so. Ready, set, go. And now, take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. How you feeling with that one? Uh-huh, that one wakes you up. It does. It gets your blood flowing. It does. Yeah, you feel it. Feel it in your brain, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's the kind of energy we're taking into this week. Whenever you do that one, always follow it though with a few deep breaths. It's really good for energizing, but we want to bring it down just a little bit. So always follow that one. So if you're tired during the day and you're feeling sluggish and you want to reach for some caffeine or something sweet, don't do it. Take some deep breaths in and out, just like I showed you. And that will wake you up without having to sugar you up. So when we take that breath, we begin to notice that we can really power up, and we have a say so in that. And that's what's beautiful, I think, about colony and joy. So as we took that breath, and as we take the next breath, think of one simple thing that brings you joy. And I'm going to give you some time for this. I'm saying a thing. It could be a situation, an environment, an experience. I want you to tug away from people in this instance. In this instance, I want you to tug away from people that bring you joy and really go a little bit deeper into you. Go a little bit deeper into you. Take a moment, take a breath, take a pause, take a beat. This may be even a good time for you to journal. Just write down joy and let it arise to you. Let the answer arise to you. This may be a scenario that you really felt the depths of joy. It may be something that you do often, or it may be something you've only done once. See, it's important for us to tune into what that feels like in order for us to go to that frequency by choice. In order for us to call it in, we have to know what the experience is like within us. Think about it. Does anybody want to share, want to come off mute and share your joyful moment, your joyful experience? your joyful feeling, your joyful scenario, feel free. Anybody? Anybody? I can share. One of the things that I do, some of you know this, some of you may not, is to go on a 1 month sabbatical every year in the month of September. And this particular year, I went to Baru, which is an island off of Cartagena. And I decided I wanted to do something that would be a challenge for me, something I hadn't done before. And that thing turned out to be scuba diving for the first time. Deep sea scuba diving. And I was by myself because my sabbaticals were solo, and I almost chickened out of it, honestly, for that reason. But nonetheless, I did it. Went out into the deepest parts of the sea. That part is the sea, yeah. And dived under, and to be underwater, something I'd never done before, and I'm a sucker for first. If you don't know that, that's another thing. And just to be underwater with all of the marine life, and it was just amazing, amazing. It just the exhilaration, that's what it is. It was the exhilaration. That's one of the ways I experience joy. It's exhilaration. I had conquered it. I was excited. It was something new, something beautiful. And just talking about it right now, I feel my heart beating. I feel my face smiling. I feel my eyes getting wider. Man, I feel so amped up right now. I'm almost in that very same moment. Mm, that was some joy. Can you at least plug in, just put a one if you figured out a joyful thing, a joyful experience, but just put a one in the chat if you have. Put a two if you have not yet. It'll come to you. Put a one in the chat if you, in this moment, can tap into joy, something you experienced, something you, it's just about you now. It's just about you. It doesn't involve anybody else. It doesn't require any. It's your whatever. And it may not be exhilaration that you experience joy within. And it doesn't have to be any one thing. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. We got a couple of ones here. I love it. Those of you who are driving, don't put anything in the chat. That feeling, y'all, is what we get to tap into. No, we may not be in the middle of the ocean or the sea, but we can create that. We can look for small opportunities every single day to tap into that frequency, to tap into that experience, that feeling. And in my case, that exhilaration. So as you move through your day today, we're gonna tap into that micro joy, just like I showed you, just like I shared with you, that micro joy. This is something we get to practice. So as you move through the day, today, as you move through the week, this week, maybe just take a pause for 30 seconds and let yourself feel a moment of joy. I cannot overemphasize how important it is to know that joy is present already. It's not waiting for a moment or a timeline. It's already there. The experience of joy is on us. So don't put it off. Call it up, call it out, call it in. Right here in the middle of your everyday, ordinary life. Call it in. Call it in. Call it in. And for some of us, we have to give ourselves permission to be joyful. It's so much easier. It's almost reflexive to stay where we are. To have those occasional moments of joy, and that's supposed to carry us until we get to the next vacation, until we take the next trip, or till we see the next person, or till we find the right man, or until we, you know, get a new job. We're putting our joy on hold. And we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. Joy could be getting up in the morning, turning on some music, and letting your body just move to the groove. We got to stop waiting to experience joy. Joy should be something you're tapping into every day. And maybe I shouldn't use the word should, but let's say this, because this is a safe space. This is a low pressure space. So I won't throw that should on you, but I will say this. You get the opportunity to. You get the opportunity. So why not take it? Why not take it? Why not take it? Stop waiting. Stop waiting for your bank account to look right. Stop what you know what? You can call and enjoy doing something free, something that you put off. You remember when we used to play on the playground? The one of the paths that I walk at Stone Mountain, you can go past the playground and all of the children are out there just laughing and giggling and running and playing. Y'all, that used to be us. That was us in just being in joy before all the responsibilities, before all the bills, before all the issues. Take a moment to be carefree. Take a moment to let your mind run wild. Let your body be silly. Take the judgment off. Take the perfection off. And just allow yourself to be like a kid on the playground. Sometimes we got to do that just to remind ourselves what joy feels like. Yeah. So this week, you don't have to rush into the week carrying everything. We've already laying down burdens. We're already practicing that. You get to move through it differently. Joy is available today and from moment to moment, and that moment counts too. And guess what? You do not have to earn it. This is your feeling, your choice, your moment at any time. So as you go into your day, don't chase joy. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Just notice it. Just notice it and let it meet you there. Let it meet you there. Every day this week, just be intentional about the joy of the day. The joy of the day. If you haven't had it, don't go to bed without it. Do something that brings you joy. And if it's not a something, just sit quietly and allow joy to arise. Maybe it's a funny moment. Maybe it's something that every time you think about it, it makes you laugh. That's one of the biggest signs of joy is laughter. So you can get tickled a few times this week. Let yourself get tickled. And those are the things that you want to say. More of this. And watch it come your way. Watch it flow your way. More of this. One last exhale. One last exhale. You could do whatever you want to do, any way you want to do it. If you want to box, if you want to sigh breathe, if you want to breathe for energy, whatever you want in this moment. Let's take this last weekly exhale moment together with a deep breath in and out. Until next week, be sure to exhale.